Hi everyone, I'm Maggie Weldon from maggiescrochet.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make one of these eggs. And one is a large size like this, and this is what the finished egg looks like. And to make this egg we use the Premier's Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky yarn. But the way that we're going to show you in the instructions, you can use any yarn. So you can use a worsted weight yarn like Everyday, or you could even use a fuzzy type yarn like the Alpaca Dance, or you could even try the Cuddle Fleece, or you could even try like the worsted weight, which is Eversoft here. And one of our eggs we did in Afternoon Cotton. And this one is Beautiful Serenity Garden, and this purple is like one of the most beautiful purples I've ever seen. And this is Hipster. So there's endless possibilities on the yarn that you can use, because as you'll see, you open up your egg and you make a circle that's as large as the inside diameter of the largest part of the egg. So it doesn't matter what size egg you have. And I actually was at Hobby Lobby the other day and I saw an egg that was like that big, and I thought, oh my God, we could do these eggs on there. So you could do the giant eggs too. So this is the large size, so you'll start out making a circle that'll be that big. Or you could do the regular size, which is that, so your circle will start out that big. Or you could do the little mini one like you see here. So you just open that up and you'll crochet a circle that's as big. So we'll go to a close-up and we'll show you how to do that. But this is the finished little mini egg. And so this is the biggest one, and this is the medium size right here. So now we're going to take you to a close-up and show you how to make these eggs. They're really easy. It's a great beginner project, and you could finish it off with a tie at the top or a drawstring if you want to put like candy inside of them. So anyway, the links to everything are listed below, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel, because it really helps us out a lot if you share and like and comment on our videos. And thank you very much for watching.
Hey guys, it's Christina from maggiescrochet.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make the mini Easter egg. So find yourself a mini egg. I like to try to match up my yarn color to my egg color. That way if I do see any of the plastic egg through, at least it sort of matches, or you know, complements it. So I've got light blue and I've got dark blue. When you're picking your yarn, you can use any yarn for this. I've picked a relatively small one since I have a relatively small egg. But you want to check the label and use a hook that is a size or two smaller than what they recommend. For example, this recommended using an F hook. I'm using an E. So I'm going to start by chaining 2. Let me clear this stuff out of the way so you can see better. Chain 2, and then do 6 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. So the first one you made right here next to your slip knot. Just go ahead and make 6 single crochets. That tail always sort of gets in the way, doesn't it? So there's 4, 5, and 6. I usually then take your slip knot tail and just give it a little bit of a tug, and that'll tighten up that hole there in the middle. Great. So once you've done that, we are not going to join this to where we started. I know a lot of things that we do when we work in the round, we'll join them together and then kind of chain up to start a new row. This one we're just going to keep going around kind of like in a spiral. So if you want, you may want to have a stitch marker nearby that you can mark the end of your row. So I'm just going to slide, this is about as big as my circles so far, but I'm just going to slip that right there in that last stitch so I know when I've come all the way around. For round 2, you want to work 2 single crochets in each single crochet that you've made so far. So right now I have 6, and when I finish this round I should have 12 single crochets, and I'll come back when I've done that. So I know I'm almost at the end of the round because here's my stitch marker that I put in at the end of the last round. I'll take that out, and then once I work 2 stitches, 2 single crochet stitches right there, then I know I'll have 12 stitches. Great, and I'll go ahead and mark that last stitch as well. Do you have to use a stitch marker? No, but I think it makes your life a little bit easier. For round 3, you've got an increasing pattern again. We're going to work 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, and then 1 single crochet in the next. Continue this all the way around, and when you finish you should have 18 single crochet stitches. So after finishing round 3, I've got 18 stitches here. And at this point I want to pause for a second and take half of my egg, and the part where it opens, I want to hold my circle up to that, and it should just be barely smaller than that. Yeah, that looks about right. When you get your circle about that size in comparison to your egg, at this point you're going to work just 1 single crochet per stitch all the way around. So, you know, the pattern has a row 4. I don't seem to need it here with this weight of yarn and the way I'm stitching and the size of my egg. If your circle is much smaller than your egg, then go ahead and do round 4. You can even repeat round 4 if you need to, until your circle is just smaller than the size of your egg. If you're not sure, like in this case, you may say, maybe that's too small. If you need to work round 4, go ahead, see how big it is then. But you don't want your circle bigger than your egg. If it's bigger, you're going to have a lumpy egg. Nobody likes lumpy eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward with this. It might be a little tight, but I'd rather have a nice tight egg than have it be lumpy. So at this point I'm just going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. Just keep going until I am able to fully cover my egg, and then I'll come back and show you a couple different ways you can finish this off. So I've gotten to the point where my egg is covered nicely. I can kind of pull this together here up at the top. So I'm pretty much done. Now I have 3 different ways I can finish this off. I can cut a tail, sew it shut permanently. I can cut a longer tail, in this case I'd say probably 8 to 12 inches, sew it shut and then leave a loop that I could hang this egg on a tree, or you know, hang it from anything that I wanted to. But what I'm going to show you today is closing it with a drawstring. So go ahead and finish off the main part of your egg, and then we'll weave this in later. And then either out of the same color, or I've chosen to use, this is a coordinating color. It's made out of the same yarn, and I've got a chain. This is probably, I'd say 8 or 10 inches long. And I'm going to use this and make a drawstring for my egg. So I can still get the egg out if I really want to. And it'll be cute. I can tie a little bow at the top. So take your chain, pretend that's worked in, and you're just going to go through right under the top of your stitches and pull this through. Now I usually use a crochet hook for this, especially when I'm working with these tiny little stitches. You don't need to go through every single one, just maybe every other or every third. Just use the crochet hook to kind of pull through enough for you to grab with your fingers. I love using variegated yarn for these eggs because you can do a whole set out of variegated yarn, and that way they go together. But since the yarn's variegated and the stripes are going to be in slightly different places, none of them will actually like be matchy-matchy. Of course, if you like matchy-matchy, that's perfectly fine too. But using the variegated yarn is a great way for them to go together without matching, if that's what you like. So once I've got that woven through, I'll just pull it all together. And then I can tie a cute little bow. I could try at least. Bow making is not my forte. But there we go. So then you've got a cute little egg with a bow on top. You can still open it to put candy in it or get candy out of it. It's probably more likely. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. The link to the pattern and the materials I used will be down in the description below. And if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll certainly try to help you out. Thanks so much.
Draw up a loop, draw through 2, draw through 1. Yarn over, or if you accidentally drop it, those loops won't fall off your hook. So now I'm going to continue on, skip that one, pick up this one, skip,